think this is where we usually have the worst problem, simply because we don't learn how to bless other people. But when we learn how to bless other people, then God will begin to release the blessings for your life also. Why y'all looking like that? When we don't bless other folk, we become what we call hoarders. Y'all seen that episode? Yes. And some of you, you're hoarding what God has for other people. All that money he gave you ain't for you. All that house he gave you ain't for you. All them cars he gave you ain't for you. All that knowledge he gave to you ain't for you. Y'all ain't gonna help me in here. But you got to bless other people if you want to be blessed. I wish I had some help in here. Listen, I was at the store this morning, and I knew going in the store that the man on the outside of the store was going to ask me for something. How you know, Pastor? Been through it too many times. As soon as I made it to the car, I started counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, sir, do you think you can help me catch a cab home? Put two and two together. Wait a minute, it's about almost 6:35, 6:40, and he at the Quick Trip. This ain't a normal Quick Trip because the police will lock you up in Conyers. And for him to be standing here at this Quick Trip on 138, he must need to get somewhere. So I took a few dollars, gave it to him. Now, is it my responsibility to know where he going? No. All I know is I'm supposed to be a blessing to somebody. Amen. Why? Amen. Because I want God to bless me. All right. All right. See, we be afraid sometimes to launch out because of what we've been thinking. Now, some people will say, well, you know, I've been working all my life. You know, spare change. I need spare change. But if you want to be blessed, then you got to bless other people. You got to bless other people simply because of what God has done for you. Listen, church, if we want to be a blessed church, then we got to bless other people. We got to bless other churches. We got to bless the community. We got to service the community. We got to be willing to launch out into the deep of the community, into the deep of the city if we want to be blessed. I wish I had some help in here. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, do you really want to be blessed? So when we understand here today, let me get ready to get out of here. Listen, if you know how to be blessed, tell your neighbor, say, neighbor, don't be afraid to do what God called you to do. If he tell you to be a blessing to somebody else, then you want to be a blessing to them. Simply because a blessing is headed back your way when you bless other people. I wish I had some help in here. Tell your neighbor, say, neighbor, you got to be obedient. Because if you are obedient, then you won't block your blessing. I wish I had some help in here. Now tell them, now say the last thing is that you got to bless other people. Tell your neighbor, nothing from nothing leaves nothing. But if you want to be blessed, then you got to learn how to bless other people. Tell your neighbor, say, neighbor, don't be afraid to bless other people. I wish I had some help in here. Tell your neighbor, say, neighbor, you ought to be like Malachi 3 and 10. Prove the Lord to see if he will not open the windows of heaven and pour you out a blessing. Do I have any blessed people in here today? If you really want to be blessed, I want you to stand up on your feet and begin to give God a praise like no other. You ought to tell him thank you for being good to you. Has he ever blessed anybody in here today? I'm getting ready to leave you now, but I'm going to tell somebody that if you trust in the Lord with all of your heart, he will help you be blessed. You can be like Luke 6 and 38 when it said, give and it shall be given unto you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Anybody need a blessing? If you need a blessing today, if you need God to come through for you, you ought to high five your neighbor and say, neighbor, I need a blessing. It's not my mother, it's not my father, it's not my sister, but it's me, oh Lord, standing in the need of a blessing. Has he ever blessed anybody in here? Has he ever been good to you? Have he ever been good to you? When you just wave your hand, when you couldn't pay your bills, he made a way for you. When you didn't know how you were going to pay your car note, he made a way for you. You know they were going to cut your gas off, but he made a way for you. I was a handsome blessed people. If you've been blessed and you know, why don't you just clap your hand in here this morning and give God a praise? If he's really been good to you, I'm going to tell you today that if you keep trusting in him, he will. He'll bless you over and over. You ought to be like Fred Hammond. I'm blessed in the city. I'm blessed in the field. I'm blessed when I come, and I'm blessed when I go. Anybody in here want to be blessed? If you want to be blessed, I want you to grab your neighbor around the shoulder and rock him like you're going to shake him loose. And say, neighbor, I know what it is to be blessed, because he's blessing me right now. He's blessing me right now. Is he blessing anybody? Can you say yeah? If he's blessing you real good, I want you to clap your hand and tell God thank you, because he didn't have to do it. He didn't have to give you the husband you got. He didn't have to give you the wife you got. He didn't have to give you the boyfriend you have. He didn't have to give you the girlfriend you have. He didn't have to give you the house you got. He didn't have to give you the job you got. He didn't have to give you the car you got. He didn't have to give you the money you have. He didn't have to give you what you got right now. But if you know you blessed and you've been trying to stay blessed, tell God thank you. If you really know him today, if you really not trying it, just say, I want to be blessed. 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 This is how you be blessed. You got to go a little deeper. You got to be obedient. And you got to bless other people. Tell your neighbor, say, neighbor, I don't know what you're going through, but let me bless you with some encouragement. Hold on. Just hold on a little while longer. He's going to come and see about you. And anybody need it right now, can you tell God thank you? Tell him thank you. I got to get ready to leave, y'all. It's my birthday here. I can't preach this hard, but I'm blessed, and I know it. He's been keeping me for about 39 years. And I don't know about you, but I'm going to praise what I can, because today may be my last chance. So I'm blessed, and I know it, because he didn't have to do it, but I thank God he did. Can you say yeah? Say yes if you know he's been real good to you. Clap your hands if you know he's been blessing you over and over again. If he ever bless you in the midnight hour, if he ever bless you in the morning, if he ever bless you in the noonday, I got 5 reasons that I know I'm still blessed. Simply because he's been good to me. Number 2, he's been good to me. Number 3, he's been good to me. Number 4, he's been good to me. Number 5, he's been real good. He's been real good. He picked me up when I was falling down. He changed my mind to the right mindset. When other people turned their backs on me, he turned me around and made a way for me. Have you ever done it for you? Have you been doing it for you? Have found your neighbor and said, neighbor, I don't know if you know it or not, but even us standing here right now, we're blessed and we're highly favored. You've got to praise. If you know he's been good, give him a praise.